Good evening, everybody. Welcome to round 17. Phillip Island, the land where they produce the craziest idiots in this sport. At least in my opinion.
Glad to racist?
Yeah, it might be, but I'm okay with that because it's Australia. Who cares? It's a penal colony. Everybody knows we love the men from down under. They are crazy. I like Jack Miller entertains the living hell out of me. No matter how well he's doing, I laugh my ass off.
He entertains everybody.
He does. Like, the bromance between him and Cal Crutchlow is one of my favorite things in MotoGP. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing well. Glad to have you here. Glad to have the racers. Glad to have everybody watching. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. We are near the end of our season here. We've only got, this is 3 races to go. Yeah. Holy crap.
I don't know how we've made it this far.
I know, right? It's like crazy that we've done it. So this evening, looking like we actually have a pretty good lineup. Our usual crew is here. Bear, Kegel, Voss. Smacks decided to jump back in with us again. Key. Hades, our new guy, has been in here giving everybody hell. It is good to see, and we've already got everybody together. We are just about to get started here. So let's go ahead and transition over to the track. Hope everybody is looking forward to it. Phillips Island has had some crazy, crazy stuff over the years. I mean, watching people hit seagulls is the most common thing I think I've seen on this track. Whether it be GP or track days, you can find footage of people hitting seagulls. It's a crazy track for that alone.
Don't put up with them birds that way.
I know, right? Show them what's up, yo. So, 10 minutes of qualifying. We'll see how everybody does this evening. I am excited about this. Of course, a bunch of our local Austin guys just got back from doing barber out in Alabama. So
Creole Day sports.
Those lucky bastards. It looked like it was a great weekend. Everybody that was out there had a good time. Congrats those who set crazy records, those who scraped knees for the first time, those who sent it as hard as they could. Hope you all had fun out there.
I'm still far too jealous to be like, yeah, good for them.
Why you got to be like that? I haven't even gotten out to a track this evening, or this season. How do I figure out time? Time is difficult.
Time doesn't work.
Time fails me. Time absolutely fails me.
Let's see here.
So we can see this evening we've actually managed to grab our stream from Smacks. Mr. Golden, we have been glad to have him in a bunch of races. He definitely had a good showing last week. He's been working at it. So glad to have him with us this week. As I was saying, Hades, I forgot to turn his audio on. A competitor that is South Africa? Where we got this fella from?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm fighting an audio issue on my end right now. It's not allowing me to hear you. So, please hold, sir.
Oh, as we let Nick try to sort his audio issues out. Don't worry, Boomer.
I'm not going to.
Don't worry, Boomer. You'll get it eventually.
Yeah, why did I think I'd be the guy with all these issues?
All right. Why does the old guy have his shit together and the young guy can't seem to figure it out?
Makes sense.
As always, Mr. Voss, intimidating as he is. But Hades lately has been giving him a run for his money. So we'll see how that goes. And Kay goes back.
Does Mr. Richard have his stream up tonight?
I did not see his stream up.
Cool. That means I'm not having the issue that I thought I was. Time to figure out the other issue.
Yeah, he is. As a matter of fact, I don't even see him on the director's stream. Oh, an LAX. Back. We don't often see him here. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for joining us. we'll have ourselves a good evening of racing here. These guys over on the Xbox generally do a really good job of showing us some solid competition. So I am absolutely looking forward to it. So, 6 minutes remaining. And we've just got a few guys that have just finished the third section. We'll see what we wind up with here. There's one turn I always remember from this course. It's coming down that hill. Always something you see a lot of.
Okay, I figured it out.
And
yes, race direction, I have you now.
So far we've got Hades putting down a 139.2, deciding to come out dominant early in the evening. Voss putting himself a second behind that, a second and a half back is Kegel, 2 seconds back is Smacks. Key putting himself 2 seconds back as well, right along with Smacks. Solid from both of them. Jay putting himself 4 seconds back. LAX, his first race back in a while, 15 seconds behind. I will bet he speeds it up. You can already see 2 sections of knocking down PBs. So he will probably be correcting that. And Bear taking his time, getting a lap set this evening. He'll see what he can do out here at Phillip Island. Oh, Kegel having a bit of an off there. Get them all out of the way early, boys. Get them all out of the way early.
You know, my method is generally to crash through the entire event. I just like putting on a show.
Yeah, yeah. It makes it much better, except for the part where you wind up being slower than everybody else. Probably don't want to do that part, huh?
That's pretty normal for me.
Mm-hmm. So Hades once again setting a session best for the group and looking like Voss might be a little behind him. It has been nice late in the season adding a wild card that is giving our regulars a hell of a hard time.
You know, my favorite part about adding these wild cards is just seeing strengths and weaknesses, basically.
Yep.
Hades just is a beast. There's no better way to put it.
Yeah, he definitely has shown it. You can see there, setting a 139.5, so a little bit behind his first record. And stepping into the pits there. Voss managing to move himself down to just a quarter of a second off of Hades. Since he couldn't manage to move down any further off that time he already had, the 139.25. And Bear decides to go ahead and step in and set a lap. Flops it out on the table and says, here's half a second behind. That is not bad at all.
This is going to be a good competitive match. So, a fun fact from talking to Hades earlier, he's out in England right now, I believe.
Okay.
I don't remember where he's native to. I know he's lived both England and South Africa. Mm-hmm. However, out there, it is 1 o'clock in the morning right now.
Do you realize it's a work day, sir? Do you realize you should be in bed?
Look, it is 7 o'clock here, and I'm already, contemplating going to bed myself.
Yeah, I know. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night. I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying not to fall asleep and drool on the mic. And yeah, this guy's 1 in the morning. If he has a job, I'm going to be impressed. If he doesn't, I'm going to assume he's on Adderall. I don't know.
All of the above.
Every drug. All of the fast drugs.
All of them known to man and two to dolphins.
There it is. So Hades so far unable to bring down from his initial lap. And looking like there's probably going to be nobody can move down off of that.
Yeah, that's a strong first lap.
It is. Like, he came right out of the gate and decided, hey, suck it down.
Can you imagine the dedication to go into our silly little race, to race for 3 hours or so?
I know. What is wrong with this guy? I mean, I guess he's just finding good challenge here. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, basically his explanation was we have a clean lobby, is, what it came down to for him. So, hey, if our racers...
What does he mean by clean? He doesn't find needles and poop?
Yeah, there's no black tar heroin. And,
is that what it is? None of this noise in the lobby.
Are you whacking it, or is that
that was the inner elbow, sir? That was the Plano clap, not the other clap.
Oh. You didn't hear that, sponsors.
Damn, just ignore that. None of that next season. We can't have you saying these horrible things.
No, we're still going to say it.
So... Oh, man.
Bear just had the biggest off.
So, qualifying at this point is over. Everybody will be finishing up their laps they have right now. And look at this, our field on the Xbox. As always, man, you're looking at under 5 seconds between everybody. Solid lap times all around, so I'm looking forward to a good race.
Oh, I really am too.
Yeah, I
usually have one.
I think this is going to go well. He's having a bit of an off for himself there.
There was a pretty good tumble there. Now, Chris and Race Direction, what we're coming to find out is this choppiness in the video is directly off Heinz stream. So
yeah. I'm seeing that, so we will see.
Just talking about the stream, Race Direction.
We will see what we can do with that.
Well, I'm also being told by a Race Direction that the racers are complaining of some real bad lag.
Yeah, I'm noticing it. That's looking like that's probably actual lag in the race there, and that is going to make for an annoying evening.
Well, I think what Race Direction is going to do here is we're going to restart the lobby right after Moto 3 to kind of see if we can rectify some of those issues. Oh, man, that is choppy by Voss.
Yeah, that is looking a little rough there. So there you can see our qualifying Hades, Voss, and Bear, strong showings, Kegel, Smacks, and Key on your second row. Jay and Lax sitting out on the third row. And they are going to try to restart the lobby. So I think that's going to throw out our results there. But that can give you an idea of what kind of performance you can expect from our racers this evening. Not looking too bad, really. I am expecting good things. Hopefully resetting the lobby real quick will clean things up for them. Because that was an
I'm getting an
unfortunate
update from Race Direction saying we're going to try to launch this race.
All
and
right.
we'll back out if it ends up not working.
All right. If it turns out to be utter trash, we will give it a try.
Well, it is a Searle race, so...
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we do anyway. All right. Since we're not going to stop back over, then I will just pop back over to our lovely scenes from Phillip Island here. Now, for those that don't know, Phillip Island is actually one of the older tracks on the GP circuit. This thing was opened in 1928. Now, the modern circuit was opened in 56. Reopened in December of 1988. It is a track that definitely has a long history to it, and that is part of the reason it does seem unique along a lot of the tracks that you will see on the GP circuit. A lot thinner because it was from a time when vehicles were a lot slower, a lot less runoff, so there's a lot more danger to it, including, obviously, as I was joking about earlier, the flying rats, as I like to call seagulls, or most people that have never dealt with seagulls call them. So looking like most of our racers, in fact, all of our racers are ready to go here. We are looking forward to seeing how this one happens. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and start it. So let's see how our first race of the evening goes. This is going to be Moto 3 on the Xbox One at Phillip Island.
You got my mic back, Chris?
I've been hearing you just fine. I'm not sure where it might have gone.
Oh, well, I've been losing you, and that's why I shut up.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm sure everybody enjoyed that little break.
Everyone was tired of you anyway. Yes, clearly.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, as we are off, and immediately Mr. Bear shooting out into the lead. Voss having a bit of an off. Oh, but Bear running too wide. And a lot of our racers running way too wide into turn 2.
This is,
This is some nasty lag. We'll see what they wind up doing with this. Mr. J finds himself out in first.
Garrett, check. Group chat.
As he has a lot of the field close in behind him.
all right, do it.
That was
Okay.
a bit of a rough start there.
Just get word that we are in fact getting rid of this lobby and starting a new one.
Yeah, we should give that another try. That lag there is kind of brutal. Yeah, getting a lot of
atrocious.
Oh, that is bad news right there, guys.
That really is some bad news bears right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy unworkable lag, Batman. Alrighty, we will give that another try. Sorry about that, folks. Having a bit of technical difficulty this evening. Boy, that was a bit rough to start off with.
This is painting a wonderful picture for our race here.
I'm betting it will work out better than we expect. Very possibly.
Well, I hope this definitely fixes it. So, while we're stuck waiting, we can talk about some of the really cool things about this track.
Yes,
the
very
original
definitely.
Phillip Island circuit opened in 1928.
Yes.
She's an old girl.
Yes,
Now,
it is. Now, you were missing my audio earlier. I covered that part. We had 28.
Did you?
Yes. Then we had 56 when the modern circuit was unveiled.
Correct.
Yes.
Then it closed in 78 and reopened in 88.
Yep. So this is a track that the Aussies have done a lot with. We are currently, a 3.3 mile track, which is just short of what we're used to here in town at COTA.
Yeah, that is true. This was a gravel circuit up until 1940.
Yep.
Really interesting.
And you notice, I don't know if you saw this part, Turn 3 actually named after Casey Stoner. Strangely
Is it
enough.
really?
Yes, it is. Turn 1 is named Doohan Corner for Mr. Crossed Up himself.
Into the southern loop.
Yep. And then you have
Through
turn
the
3
Stoner
is
Corner.
Stoner. Yep, Stoner is definitely a sweeper. And if there's one thing I'm noticing about this track, despite being almost as long as what we're used to here in town, I guess it's about 3.7 miles for COTA, 3.3 miles here. This thing is really fast. The record time I believe it was Formula One was 130. What was it? 134. It was something ridiculous.
That is fast.
Yeah, it was insanely fast. But as we saw earlier, our guys starting out were already under 2 minutes by a long shot. So This is definitely a track you can carry a lot of speed around. Very, very, very curvy instead of having lots of sharp angles. So there's lots of sweepiness to it. You only have probably turn 4 and turn 10 where it's really vicious and requiring you get on those brakes really hard. Everything else is basically a sweeper. So this should be a track to have some fast turns from.
For sure. You know, I want to know the story behind naming turn 6 Siberia.
That part I could not tell you. That is one I do not know.
There's got to be a good story, and it's got to be full of racism.
That, or there was just some Russian that constantly dominated it at some point. That part I do not have any information on, unfortunately. That, or it's just the fact that that turn is cold and unfair to people.
I like that version the best.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. So we are waiting on the lobby to be rebuilt here. As always, we remind folks, feel free to send us chats that are horrible or wonderful or whatever you want them to be. I really don't care one way or the other.
I prefer the horrible ones.
I'll take that too. Whatever. Sure. Why not? Send us your hate. I'll endure it. Heck, I might even laugh at it a little bit.
All the hate. You know what's truly interesting about this track is looking at times. I'm just looking at the overall motorcycle records here. So MotoGP is, of course, at the top at a 127. Mm-hmm. And then after that, the two-stroke bikes start coming in. The 500s were a 132.74, and the 250s were 132.71. So there was virtually no time difference between a 500cc Grand Prix machine and a 250.
Now, you notice the when those times were set. Let's see if we're seeing the right ones here. Yeah.
08 versus 99.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. It is really crazy. And the other part is you can see the time hasn't been moved down in GP since 2013. It's been 7 years. And Lorenzo, of all people, was the one that set the time on this track for GP.
On the Yamaha, mind you.
Yeah, on a Yamaha. Whew, when was the last time you saw Yamaha setting records? Dang. That is kind of savage.
I love how Race Direction's calling out the dog barking on stream, and It is absolutely my dog.
Yes, I kind of figured that would be. Hi, Krieger. If he's not clawing up the floor, he's barking in the background. Hi, Kriegs. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, I might return in a moment after I shut him up. Oh, he shut himself up. That's wonderful.
Okay. All right. Good of him to do that.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Fake news.
Oh, my God. He's so friendly till he's barking at another dog. We are waiting on our lobby to get rebuilt here. I'm sorry. I misspoke earlier. It wasn't 134. It was 124. Is the lowest time ever set in February of 2000 by Formula Holden. I'll be 124. Very, very fast track.
Okay, I have silenced the German.
Okay. The German will not be interfering in the race anymore?
The German is eating a treat on my bed.
Oh, there we go. That's a good way to silence a good boy.
I had to apologize for not tending to his every whim while we stream.
That is what they require. They are picky. Despite being man's best friend, they're also man's pickiest friend.
They can be. Any attention they love, though.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where, man, there is not a tremendous difference based on power. Was it Kenny Roberts set the 500cc record in 99 at 1:32? Yeah, that 250 wasn't far behind, but it was still 10 years between them. And the 125s weren't far behind either.
Race Direction, just go ahead without.
Now,
no, I mean, all these bikes, they just don't care.
Yeah.
The 125s, of course, are the slower end of the spectrum here, but Jeez,
here's
sidecar bikes were going that fast.
Here's the other part. Before even moving to the new Moto 2 bikes, you can see Moto 2 there in 2014 or in 2013 set the same time virtually that the 500cc GP bikes did in 99. If that ain't a testament,
500cc bikes don't mess around.
Yeah, but at the same time, if that ain't a testament to how fast the Moto 2 class has gotten, it's keeping up with where the GP bikes were at this track just over 10 years before, or a little over 10 years before, about 15 years before. That is pretty impressive.
That is seriously impressive.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, those are basically bikes you can buy and modify a bike off the floor with just a little toying around, and you can get very close to a Moto 2 bike at this point.
Yeah, technology is really starting to catch up as far as that stuff goes. Moto 2 is not so far out there.
It is absolutely not. I mean, hearing the numbers that they're getting out of the 765s now, I'm like, they are really not that far ahead of the retail bikes. You're getting maybe 10, 15 more horsepower at the most. You don't weigh that much less. It is really possible, if you know what you're doing, to get one of the new Daytona 765s around a track damn near as fast as you can with a Moto 2 bike at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead, race direction.
As we are waiting on things to get started back up here. Sorry for the delay, folks. Hopefully we will get this running here shortly.
We're hearing some unfortunate news that our issues might be coming from Xbox Live.
Oh, wonderful. That is great to hear.
That would be bad.
Well, we'll see what Race Direction wants to do here. Are people just failing to connect? Is that what we're running into?
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I mean, streams aren't even populating properly right now. Although some of them are starting to straggle in.
Yes, I am seeing folks.
As race direction gets removed from their own lobby. Fantastic.
Neat. That's exactly the kind of stuff I'm looking for.
Well, that's the quality you expect from Southern E-Racing League. Only the worst.
We can't be held responsible for this. Maybe we just need to quit the live streaming part. Maybe it always has to be recorded in the future.
But then you can't catch my faux pas on the internet.
What are you talking about? I'd leave those in there.
Yep.
Boy, we are being made liars by that schedule I set.
I'm being warned by race direction that there is nose blowing going on in the check of my ears. We got the Rona here, folks.
You're gonna die. That's all there is to it. You get the Rona, you're gonna die.
I mean, you gotta die at some point.
Yeah.
Why not make it on a Twitch stream?
As I always tell people, life causes death in 100% of documented cases. You might as well enjoy yourself.
Yeah, right?
It does it at some point, one way or another. It's coming for you. You might as well enjoy yourself.
See, right about now is when we need to be able to pull over live video and pictures of just pull up the Seagull compilations for Phillip Island.
Oh my God. Oh Lordy. There are way too many times to see seagulls hit people on that track.
I almost hit a turkey buzzard one time. Is that the Texas version?
I don't know. West Texas, maybe. I don't know if you call that.
It happened right in Austin.
Oh, Lordy. Well, this is one of those rare places, for those of you that aren't from Austin, this is one of these rare places in Texas where kind of all three of the major biomes that you have in Texas all come together right here in Austin. Which is what makes it kind of a unique place to be. Yeah, you get the northern plains, you get the eastern piney woods, and you get the western just straight up brushy stuff that kind of starts to push into desert along with a bunch of hills. It's actually pretty cool being right here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool around here as far as that stuff goes.
Yep.
This particular store was pretty solid though. There's a turkey buzzer eating something dead on the side of the road, and I have the smart decision of
All right, so y'all can now imagine a bird eating something dead.
yes. So bird eating something dead on the right hand side of the road. We're back on Round Mountain, one of these, and I have the real bright idea. I'm gonna spook this bird. It's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, this will work out wonderfully.
I'm gonna creep up next to it, and I'm gonna rev bomb it, and I'm gonna, I don't know, make an ass of myself, right?
Yes.
So I come pulling up to this thing. We're doing probably 40 or 50, and this bird sees me right as I get up on him, and decides he's going to take flight in my direction.
It got big old wings too.
This dude is flapping, flap.
They got big old wings. You decided to buzz a bird with big old wings. This is on you.
You are right. I decided to buzz a bird at wings at that distance to where he was in my lane. Long story short, the dude ends up going like 1.5 inches over my head. Pull over, and Emily is dying laughing. She saw the whole thing from directly behind me, and she's just about crying laughing.
I would have been. I can't blame her.
Yeah, I was just about crying for a different reason. But
you get what you deserve.
Yeah,
buzzing close to a buzzard. Okay, all right. Well, enjoy that.
Damn karma.
Oh my God! Speaking of karma, are we regretting trying to restart our match here?
I don't know if we are, because I'm not sure that was raceable the way we had it previously.
Yeah, I know. This will be weird if it. Oh, I hope we don't have to do something stupid like cancel for the fact that we literally cannot finish.
Go ahead, race direction.
It's making me unhappy.
Gen 4. So what we're trying to do here is our race direction machine keeps getting kicked off of the out of the lobby, basically off the servers. So we have Mr. Voss starting the other lobby. He's gonna handle the logistics here, and Hines is gonna join in as a camera machine, hopefully. Now, if this doesn't work, I do believe we're out of options, and we may have to reschedule this race.
Okay. All right. I apologize to folks if we have to do that. We will do what we can and try and have a race this evening.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to try everything we can to make it happen.
Yep.
We just don't want to put flaming garbage out there.
Yeah, and I have to admit, what we saw thus far during qualifying, those guys were having a hell of a time of bad latency.
It looked a lot like one of those Gixxer dumpster fires rolling down the road.
It was bad.
There was an eBay stretch kit and a fake bottle of nitrous on that thing.
Something. God knows. All right, so we'll see what we get here.
Well, thank God the rest of Race Direction isn't on the audio chat, because there's been a whole lot of cussing at this game.
I mean, I can't exactly blame people when you're having an evening like this. And they don't even get I got news for Microsoft. You don't get to blame a hurricane this time, guys. This is all on you.
Go ahead, Race Direction. We'll discuss that if it happens.
Well, I'm getting a bit of latency putting the stream out to viewers. That is not good.
Unusual.
Yeah. There's a widespread internet disruption going on here. This would be an annoying problem.
This certainly would be an annoying problem.
Mm-hmm.
Who hit the telephone pole?
Yeah.
Fess up. Is that where Tony is tonight?
All right. Who decided it would be time to raid internet headquarters?
Internet headquarters.
Oh, boy.
Who can I write a strongly worded letter to?
Yes, exactly. Who do I get to blame?
Is it internet@internet.com?
I don't know if that's how it works. You can certainly try it, though.
Hey, we've got a race up.
All righty. There we go, folks. Sorry for the suddenness of it. Didn't have a race director in place, but we do have ourselves a race. It's looking a little laggy, but we'll try to get through it. We'll try to endure it.
Oh, that is looking very laggy. Oh my god! Goldsmack just got ran over. He is dead. Bump. Oh boy.
It is looking a little interesting this evening. A little bit bumpy, a little bit laggy. So as you're seeing there, Mr. Keys sitting in second, Richard out in first. Oh no! Voss pushing a little up on Key there. Key getting thrown out of turn 4.
I'm not sure we can even flag him for that.
Yeah, I've got nothing to do it with.
Well, I mean, they are kind of teleporting across the track.
They really are. Hades pushing himself up into second. Richard managing to hold on to first. Actually having a great first lap here in Moto 3. And here you come down the hill into turn 10. And Richard out and off the track, leaving Voss and Hades fighting for first as they're coming out of 11.
Race direction. Next stream is not up.
And then around 12, and this will finish up our first lap, which with all the lag, I'm almost surprised we got through a lap.
Yeah, I was going to say, sweet, we got a lap.
I know,
Pack it
right?
up, boys. We're done here.
Yeah, that was all we can ask of them. So going to be a little hard for us to figure out where the fights are this evening since we don't have a director. Wow, Bear coming out around Voss. What just happened there? And it looks like they decided to go ahead,
At a wall.
call it, and leave the match. Yeah, it looks like they have decided to call it there. The racers there having trouble.
Sounds like we lost a few riders and the racers decided to start backing out.
The latency. Okay. We will see if we're going to have a race here this evening, folks. It may just be that the latency is so bad that we literally cannot do a race this evening. Anyone who has ever played a video game in lag will know how annoying a problem that can be, but sometimes it can go from annoyance to literally making it impossible to play.
We're pretty close to impossible.
All right. If that's what the racers are calling it, then we may have to go ahead. I'm not finding a widespread disruption, but it may be something localized to Austin that's going on right now because I know a lot of our guys are there.
Hey, Chris, do you want to drop out real quick and switch to our private audio channel to have a quick chat?
I certainly can. Folks, if you will give us just a couple minutes, we're going to consult about things, and we'll see what's going to happen this evening. We do apologize for delay, and we will be back shortly. Thank you. Alrighty, folks. We are trying to sort out the latency issues. They are bad enough so far that racers have been like, they can't race at them. We're going to try one more thing here to see if we can get a usable race. And if we can't do it, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just reschedule Phillip Island on the Xbox for after Valencia. So we may wind up having to go ahead and cut tonight short. We do apologize for that, but man, if they can't race, they can't race. Y'all know how it is.
I'll cry. I'll cry, Chris.
I mean, that'll be the entertainment for this evening.
Fair.
Y'all get to listen to a ginger cry. Oh my God. We'll see if this does it. I don't know, man. There's enough weird stuff going on with our connections in various places this evening. It wouldn't surprise me if this doesn't clear it up for us.
Well, it is worth a final shot, I believe.
Yep, one more shot. See if we can get Moto 3 done. If Moto 3 is looking unplayable, then by God, you can be sure 2 and GP will be even worse with the speeds they have in there. We do have a lot of folks trying to watch this evening. I apologize if we don't get to go through our entire races, but we're going to go ahead and give it one last shot.
Here come the race.
All righty. And we are off. Starting the races. Oh, it is definitely looking a little jittery. We will see if these guys can deal with it.
Oh, this is more than a little jittery. I'm watching some of our future stream here. This is, oh my God. Switch to the bear stream, Chris.
Yeah, I actually saw a lot of that. If you're seeing folks, you're watching a lot of folks pop onto the track. Oof. Jay having an off.
This is...
Oh, man. I don't know. We'll see if our racers want to push through with it. We're letting the racers decide if they want to go through with the round. We're not going to force them to participate in a round they don't find enjoyable. And if they find it too awful, we'll let them make the call on whether they want to cancel the race or not. I am not going to fault them, though, if they decide, hey, I'd like to race when it doesn't make me want to tear my eyeballs out.
I might vomit just from watching the stream.
So here we have Bear currently sitting in fourth. First lap. 3/4 of the way through the track. You can see here.
Race direction. If they want to keep going, we'll keep going.
Smack's sitting up in third. Oh, bit of an off into 10. That downhill section can be tricky there.
Oof.
Was not an easy one to deal with.
It is straight carnage out here.
It really is, and Voss has managed to put himself up in second. Not looking too shabby here.
We're having conversations from race direction here. Let me tab out for a minute here, Chris. I will leave you and continue this conversation on the other channel.
We will wait for them to make their decision over there. At this point, the field has separated out, and with the kind of latency we've had this evening, that kind of seems like the only way they're not going to be hitting each other. You can see up ahead of Voss there. Who do we have up there out front? I believe, yeah, that's Cagle out front. And when you see him, he's just shaking back and forth like he's coming off of a heroin addiction there. I don't know how likely the guys are to push through this kind of latency. We have gotten onto the second lap. You can see here, working their way around about halfway through the track so far for the second lap.
So, Chris, it doesn't seem to have improved much.
It really doesn't look like it. I'm going to leave that to the racers to decide what they want to do this evening.
Well, I think we have two different decisions to make here. One as a race direction team and one as a racers. The other half of race direction is pretty much saying, yeah, if the racers want to keep going, we'll let them going, but we're probably going to reschedule this one. From our stream standpoint, I think you and I need to decide, is this watchable?
Well, they are trying to make it watchable. You can see here we've got right now a look at Voss and Cagle having a fight on the front straight. That is kind of a little weird. Twitch kind of living up to its name this evening.
Is it being twitchy?
Exactly. As they are coming through Doohan, it was we couldn't even get our race director on stream. It's looking like Microsoft is definitely having some issues there.
Yeah, well, might give this a chance to see what it ends up doing here. It's about worst case scenario, I'd say.
Yeah. Hey, if the racers want to push through with it, then by God. Oh, and Key having himself
Did
an
Voss
off,
crap
unfortunately.
himself?
I'm looking at his suit and I'm like, what is that? It's on the legs and the rear there, son. What'd you do?
He must have really scared himself.
He really did. I mean, you got to be honest. If you were racing like that in real life and somebody was doing that in front of you, you'd do the same.
I would vomit.
He vomited just out the other end.
We're getting riders kicked here.
Oh, is it happening? Are people getting kicked out?
People are dropping out of the lobby.
Okay. We'll see if it stays together, folks. Despite their effort, their heroic effort to stay in the race here, the internet may be determined to be the toughest opponent anybody faces this evening. Which has to be disappointing for Cagle because, frankly, he's having a hell of an evening here so far.
He really is. Well, it's because nobody can pass him due to the fact that he's jumping 300
I don't know if it's just that. I mean, clearly the guy has understood the track well. And as long as the latency isn't the issue. Now, this part, I'm not as familiar with how the network code works here. As long as the latency isn't... Oh, and Hades having it off. That's a bit of a surprise. Maybe bumping somebody else. Yeah. Possibly touching somebody else. I wasn't watching at the time, unfortunately.
Okay, so we're finally getting the word in. Riders have agreed after everybody that's gotten kicked and everything that's going on.
They're going to call it?
We are going to call it. That is correct. Okay. Unfortunately, we'll have to call this and try it tomorrow with our PlayStation guys. Hopefully it's better. The current plan is to redo this race after Valencia, so after what would have previously been our last race of the series. If we're unable to complete that, we will take the PlayStation points out for this race in the runnings because they are, of course, running against each other for this preliminary season. So I guess we have to play with it. This is not the first time we've had these issues. I wonder if they're starting to pull back support from their GP19 servers.
This is a little more extreme than we've had previously, and it's affecting a few things that make me wonder if it's not just a widespread internet issue. I'm trying to find out through resources I have if there is something more widespread. But yeah, it's looking like this evening it's just going to be a bust for connection wise. For those of you that still just want to get your fix, keep in mind. All of our guys do have their Twitch streams up. I'm sure some of them will keep trying to play a little bit. So if you just got to get that fix in there, I'll cycle through a few of our guys. You can see there, Bear plays under One-Handed 78 on Twitch. Cagle under Mojo Smokin' Killer 420. Voss plays under Medusa 1198 SP. Key is under Vostrick. And Mr. Golden, Mr. Smacks here is under Degenerate R1. Let's see, who else do we have up right now? Doesn't look like Jay is trying to stay in there. Richard is giving it a shot. He plays under On2. That is the numeral to the edge. And I don't see any of the other guys up this evening. So if you want to watch them anyway, you want to watch them practice, they can take some time. They can get some extra practice in on the track if they'd like. I know in this latency it'll be rough. You can give them a shot. You can take a look at it. We do apologize, folks, but it looks like we can consider this the internet equivalent to having a race just completely rained out by a hurricane.
Silverstone, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, that is the level we're looking at there. We do apologize for that, folks. Unfortunately, nothing we can do about it. We will catch you tomorrow night. We will have our PlayStation 4 guys running. And as was said after Valencia, we will try to run Phillip Island again because, frankly, I am excited to see this one run. I'm sure the guys have been practicing, and I'm disappointed they don't get to run this one for points tonight. And like I said, I gave y'all all the information. You are welcome to go check out their streams and watch them practice tonight. And we will catch y'all tomorrow night for the PS4 at Phillip Island.